Welcome students. In part 1, we have discussed about the computer network, internet, intranet and types of network. In this part, we will discuss about the topology and its types and hardware requirements for establishing network. What is computer topology? A computer network topology is a way in which various components of network like nodes, peripheral devices, links are arranged. Network topologies define the layout not only physically but also logically. The way in which different systems and nodes are connected and communicate with other is determined by the topologies of network. Next, that is types of network topology. So network topology are of 4 types. They are bus topology, star topology, ring topology, tree topology. Let's talk a brief explanation each type of network topology. Let's talk about bus topology. Bus topology is the simplest form of network topologies. All the nodes like computers and servers are connected to a single cable. The central cable is backbone of network. Whether it has any advantages or disadvantages? Yes, obviously. Bus topology has some advantages like it is very easy to set up. Cable length is required for this topology is least. Bus topology is cheap compared to other topologies. Linear bus network is mostly used in small network. Well, what about disadvantages? Disadvantages of bus topologies are limit on central cable length and number of nodes that can be connected. Dependency on central cable. It means your whole topology or network system is totally dependent on central cable. If the main cable or the central cable encounters some problem, the whole network breaks down. Next, that is, it is very difficult to detect and troubleshoot the fault at individual station. So this was all about disadvantages of bus topology. Let's talk about star topology. In star topology, all the components of network are connected to a central device called hub, router or switch. All workstations are connected to central device by point-to-point connection. Every computer is indirectly connected to every other node by the help of hub. As you can see in this diagram, there is a central hub and all other computers are connected to the hub. What about disadvantages or advantages? So it has advantages and disadvantages also. New nodes can be added or removed easily without affecting the rest of the network. It means without disturbance and without trouble, you can add or remove new workstation as well as any device. All the workstation can be managed from the centralized position. Failure of one link or node does not affect the rest of networks. So this is very beneficial that without disturbance you can continue work. It is very easy to detect failures and troubleshoot it. What about disadvantages? So it has some disadvantages. Too much dependency on central device. It means hub is the central device. If it fails, the whole network goes down. Increase the overall cost. It means as we have to purchase hub, switches and routers separately, so it increase the cost of your overall networking setup. Next, that is capacity is dependent on central device. If capacity of central device is less, we cannot add more devices. It means we can't add more workstation and other peripheral devices to this network. Next, we will talk about ring topology. In ring topology, all the nodes are connected to each other as they make closed loop, as you can see in this diagram. Each workstation is connected to other components on either side, and it communicates with these two adjacent neighbors. Sending and receiving of data takes place with the help of tokens. Data travels in ring topology in one direction. A ring topology may also be called an active topology because messages are passed to each device in the ring. What about advantages? This type of network topology is very organized. Each node gets to send data when it receives an empty tokens. Performance is better. Even load on the network increases. No need of server to control the connectivity between workstation. It means there is no need of any server to control other workstation. So this is the good advantage of ring topology. Next, that is disadvantage. So what are the disadvantages of ring topology? Each data must pass through all the computers between the source and the destination. This makes it slower than star topology. It means, as you have seen in the diagram, that ring topology creates a closed loop. It means every computer is connected to other components, to other nodes, as you can say, to other computers. So it slows the data speed. Next disadvantage is that if one workstation or port goes down, the entire network gets affected because the data travels in one direction. And when data travels, if any workstation fails due to any problem, then whole, or you can say entire network, gets affected. Network is highly dependent on the wire which connect the different components. Next, that is tree topology. In tree topology, number of star networks are connected using bus. As you can see in this diagram, that various star topologies are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there is a central cable. There is a arrangement of bus. Main cable seems like the main stem and the star networks as the branches. As we have discussed in bus topology, there is a central cable. Tree topology is also called as expanded star topology. Ethernet protocol is commonly used in this type of topology. What about advantages? Advantages of tree topology. It is extension of star and bus topology. Divide the entire network into the segments which can be easily managed. Error detection and the correction is very easy. What about disadvantages? Tree topology relies heavily on the main bus cable. If it breaks down, the whole network is crippled. It means here in this diagram you can see the main cable is there and which connects various star topologies. If this main cable fails, then whole network gets crippled. As more and more nodes and segments are added, maintenance becomes difficult. It means if you will add more and more nodes, so maintenance will be very difficult. The scalability of network depends on the type of cable used. What type of cables you are using, that also does matter in this topology. Now we will discuss about hardware requirements. For establishing network, we need different types of devices. They are network interface card, hub or repeaters, Ethernet switches, routers and modems. Let's talk a brief explanation each type of hardware. First, that is NIC. NIC provides physical connection between the networking cable and computer internal bus. Many NIC comply with the plug and play specification. NIC automatically configured without user intervention, and on non-plug and play systems configuration is done manually. Means two types of NICs are available in market. First, which need not to configured, and second, that need configuration. Second, that is hub or you can say repeaters. Hub or repeaters are used to connect together two or more Ethernet segments of any media type. Hub provide the signal amplification required to allow a segment to be extended to greater distance. Hub takes incoming signal and repeat it at all ports. Next, that is Ethernet switches. It works as a central place for computers, printers and every other wired network device on the network to communicate with each other. Ethernet switches are an expansion of the concept in Ethernet bridging. The Ethernet switch can also be wired to the router via a cable that plugs into an Ethernet port, which allows you to access the internet through the modem. LAN switches can link 4, 6, 10 or more networks together and have two basic architecture: cut through and store and forward. What is cut through? So cut through switching is switching method used in packet switching systems where the switch forwards data to its destination immediately after the destination address has been processed without waiting for the entire data to be received. What about store and forward? Store and forward is a data communication technique in which a message transmitted from a source node is stored at an intermediary device before being forwarded to the destination node. Next, that is routers. Routers filter network traffic by specific protocol rather than by packet addresses. A router is a device that analyzes the contents of data packets transmitted within a network or to another network. Routers determine whether the source and destination are on the same network or whether data must be transferred from one network type to another, which requires encapsulating the data packet with a routing protocol for the new network type. It also divide networks logically instead of physically. Next, that is modem. Modem is a network device that both modulates and demodulates analog carrier signals for encoding and decoding digital information for processing. It converts digital signals into analog signals and vice versa. At the receiving end, it converts the signal back into the format that computer can understand. So our computer understands digital signals, so it gets converted by modem. It is used as a means to connect to an ISP. ISP stands for Internet Service Provider.